What up, my poker peeps? It's the Hatter. Now, most people know I'm not really a big tournament guy. I'm more of a cash game grinder. But I plan to go to the WSOP again, so I wanted to start practicing some of these tournaments. And I got a great opportunity here because Global, through one of their things, I got a free ticket. So, this is actually the very first hand of this bounty tournament that I decided to play last night. And I got pocket aces. I'm going to go ahead and raise. And when you get pocket aces the first hand of a tournament, things are either going to go real good or real bad. Not to be a spoiler, but this is about to be an insane run we're about to make. So the flop comes king, queen, jack after the small blind and big blind call. And really, it shouldn't hit their range too hard. Now, this is definitely a very connected board, so I'm going to go ahead and lead out for half pot, start to get some value, and try to see where everybody's at. And when I bet pretty much half pot, now we're going to get a call from both opponents. When the four of diamonds rolls off, I really don't think this changes much. So when it checks to me, now I'm going to go ahead and size up because I do believe both of them have some type of draw, whether they hold an ace, a 10, or a 9, looking to hit a straight. So I go ahead and size up. And this time, only the big blind is going to stay alone. So when the two of clubs comes off, he checks again. At this point, maybe he has like pair and draw. So I think all in only gets called by better. So I'm going to go ahead and go for some thin value. I go half pot again. And he goes ahead and makes the call. So we're off to a great start here, y'all. So this will be the next hand we go over, and just to start off, I butchered this hand. I'm pretty sure I played this hand about as bad as I can. But in the moment, trying to, I don't play many tournaments, so I'm still trying to get to it. And when I play cash online, I'm playing six-handed. So playing full ring, I was thrown off a little bit. But them are just excuses, and I got to quit these excuses. So I go ahead and open the fives, and we get 3 callers. We go 4 ways to the flop. And when it checks to me, this is the first big mistake I make. I don't know why I'm checking here. I should go ahead and lead because the board is so connected. There's flush draws and 6-7. There's all kinds of hands they could have here that I should be trying to target for value. So now the board gets even more connected when the 4 of clubs comes off. And at this point, now I got to figure out where I'm at for one thing and start getting some value for this set. So I go ahead and make the raise, and the button's going to come along, and the big blind goes ahead and calls. And eventually, here in just a second, the under the gun goes ahead and gets out the way. Now the board is super connected. And at this point, I go ahead and check because I'm thinking that maybe the button, I'm pretty sure the button has diamonds. I'm hoping that he's going to bluff. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to bluff into 2 opponents. Another big mistake by me. I should go ahead and go for value there. Who knows if I get it, but I really don't like the way I played that. So we fast forward into the tournament a little bit. As you can see, there's 57 people left. I'm 35th of 57, so I need to make some things happen. I look down at Jack 7 of spades and in a big blind, and when I check and I get this, I'm going to go ahead and just rip it in there. I got so much equity. I'm fine if everybody gets folds here. But if I do get called, this is a great opportunity to double up in my mind. I would love to get some feedback on this hand because I'm not sure if this is just a punt or what it is. So I stick it in, and actually I hit the flush on the turn and just a better flush on the river. But this is a huge double up and a big moment. But maybe that's a little bit of a punt. I'm not sure. So now we go to the very next hand. This is another hand that I really don't like the way I played. In tournaments, I become so passive, and I did notice that I was pretty much in the top 10 in chips now, so that's playing a little bit of a part. I'm not trying to punt him right away. So you see the man go all in. Of course, this is a bounty tournament, so you have to keep that in mind that we're trying to collect some bounties too. So when the guy raises all in for his last 521, you get 3 callers. I think I could be squeezing right here and trying to push someone out, but I decided to flat. And then I flop top pair, but here's the problem with not raising pre-flop. I really don't know how good my ace is compared to everybody else's. There could definitely be better aces out there. So when it checks around, now I'm going to go and start trying to thin the field and target some value. So I go ahead and lead out from the small blind. And now the river's pretty much a perfect card. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and rip it in with the straight here. If somehow I get coolered, I get coolered. But I'm pretty sure I'm good there, and yes, I am. And I pick up my first bounty of the tournament, y'all. So here we are moving on a little bit later in the tournament. And as you can see, I got 9-3 offsuit in the big blind. I'm sure y'all are already wondering, why in the world are you showing this hand? Well, this might be how I ran here for just a minute for me to make an insane run and for us to make this video. So it goes ahead and a couple people limp in. I almost hit the wrong button there. I end up checking. Thank goodness. Look at that, y'all. We flop trips. That's right. We have flop trips. And at this point, I'm just getting it in there. So when The small blind leads out right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm trying to win the biggest pot as I can. If somehow I get coolered or someone sucks out, so be it. I got to win all the chips. I'm trying to win this tournament, y'all. So I go ahead and flat, trying to make them think that I might just have a draw of some type right here, or maybe just a 4. So when I go ahead and call, eventually it is going to fold around, I do believe. Yes. And now the Queen of Spades comes off. This really shouldn't change anything. And eventually he's just going to rip it in here. And this is a point, this is a spot right here where either I've got massively coolered or I'm probably way ahead. And as you can see, he has pocket deuces and we hit quads on the river, y'all. That's right, quads and another bounty. Let's go. All right, so now we've made it to the final table. That's right, your boy, Mad Hatter Poker himself, the Hatter, has made a final table of a poker tournament. And we got ace 10, aka the turkey. I go ahead and rip the ace 10 in from the small blind, which I believe is the correct play. Unfortunately, I run into pocket sixes, but we approve on the flop and the turn, actually. And we go ahead and take a big lead, or the chip lead right here. I shouldn't say a big lead, but we take the chip lead. So here we go. We got ace 10 again, aka the turkey. That's right. That will be ace 10 from now on. It's called the turkey, y'all. So I go ahead and rip the ace 10 again into the same opponent. This time he calls with deuces. And unfortunately, there's a deuce on the turn. But there's a 3 from the heavens. We hit a straight and suck out. That's right, 3 from the heavens. Whoo! Now we're down to the final 3. This is amazing, y'all. Ace King suited, you know we're playing for it. Can we fade the 9? Is tonight our night? We got flush outs. Unfortunately, as a queen. There it is. Now we have a massive, almost 3-1. Well, actually, yeah, we have over 3-1 chip lead here going to the final 2. I do want to say, as you can see, my dude, walking dude right here, he was awesome. Me and him go back and forth. You'll probably see a great battle for the next probably 10 minutes. I was going to cut it down, but I wanted y'all to see all the battle. And I hope he gets to see this. I'm actually going to post this on a global forum, and hopefully, walking dude, you see this. You were always positive in the chat. You was never negative, no matter the ups and downs that we're about to go through, not to ruin it for everybody. But as you can see, I have made it to the final 2 of a poker tournament, which I know it may not seem big to a lot of people, but this is a huge accomplishment for me. I struggle with patience in tournaments, and maybe it's because I was talking to my buddies. I was talking to Turkey when I was playing this. My dude Suited Pairs at the beginning. My dude Egg Roll, Nitwit Poker. I was talking to all of them, so it was easier for me to stay patient. And as you can see, we end up going to a huge battle right here. I don't want to ruin it because there's going to be some ups and downs. But like I said, I want to get back to the walking dude. He was really cool no matter how things went up and down. He just had a very positive attitude, and it was a pleasure to actually play heads up for this with him. So we'll go ahead and get into some of the hands. As you can see here, this one right here is going to be a simple fold. And to be honest with y'all, I do not play a lot of heads up. So I'm not sure if he does. If he does, he has a huge advantage over me, because it's crazy, because in one of our Discord groups, we were talking about the importance of learning heads up play. And I was quick to say that I don't play a lot of heads up cash. So it ain't like it's something I study a lot. So with that being said, I mean, most people that play a lot more tournaments are going to have more heads up experience than me. So they're going to hold an advantage over me, I believe. It's definitely something I need to work on, study more. And who knows, maybe one day this will be me at the WSOP heads up. How great would that be? The Hatter at the World Series of Poker playing heads up. Man, it's all right. So I have the king high right here on the button. I'm going to go ahead and take a stab. With the lead, I'm going to try to put pressure on him. I believe that's the right thing to be doing here. 6-7 offsuit, I'm not going to risk it there. And right now I'm looking for pretty much a hand to knock him out. So I go ahead and limp in with a suited queen. He checks. I check. Now I got a little bit more equity and outs. I check again. I actually would like to take a bet there, a stab at it, and I end up checking it down and winning a pot with a 5 that I hit on the river. I don't really like how I played that heads up. I should have been more aggressive. But hey, like I said, I don't have much experience. And to be honest with y'all, even though this tournament ain't for huge stakes, just the wanting to win it, you know, and say I was able to do it is really important to me. So right here we flopped the nut flush draw. I'm going to go ahead and make a bet and take that one down. I believe that's pretty standard. 8 deuce offsuit we're going to go ahead and get rid of. And this is going to go back and forth for a little while. But there's some fireworks coming. And like you can see I wanted to put the chat in there just to see like the banter between me and him, and I think that's important that you be talkative at these tables. A lot of times you get on these online and people don't talk, and then people start to think, well, if you ain't talking, maybe you're just done playing against a bot or a computer. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and call, and I figured that was gonna be a chop or he was just bluffing with ace high. So I don't mind my play there. We get king 5 offsuit. I go ahead and limp in. I think some of these hands heads up I should be raising, but I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab here again. And I'm really trying to think, like, here's another hand where maybe I should be betting. Luckily, I checked because he ends up big betting. I don't really want to risk that many chips because he's going all in if I miss a 10 on a turn. So I go ahead and open up the king 10 offsuit. I think that's a proper open, especially from the button. Y'all can give me advice on all that. Definitely looking for some of you tournament players to get on here and give me some feedback. And this was actually my first time back on Global in a while. I took a break from it. And I came back because right now I'm trying to figure out what would be better for me to do a lot of my challenges. Would it be ignition or would it be? So I pocket 8s here. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty standard rip right here. I'm going to go ahead and try to play for it. But I'm trying to find out what would be better, global or ignition. So I'm trying to bounce back and forth and make the proper idea. Ace king there, he ends up folding to me. We get ace queen here. We're going to go ahead and rip it. And he folds. I'm pretty sure all the hands that I'm shoving here are correct. I mean, I don't want to limp and lose the pre-flop value, but maybe I'm wrong there. So now I have ace jack. Of course, we're going to go ahead when he limps in. I'm going to raise it, put pressure on him. And finally, he calls off with king 10, and he binks a king. That's all right. Well, we're dead now. So he's going to go ahead and win a pretty big pot there. I'm still got a chip lead, but he definitely got the double he was looking for. So now it's back to me trying to put some more pressure. I'm barely ahead in the chip lead. So we got to go back and forth here. Like I said, I got this. People that are familiar with Global, they'll know every day you get a bonus. On the 7th day, you get the little dice roll. And when I rolled the dice, I got a ticket to, well, it was a 1.1 ticket. And I used it on this tournament. So like I said, I want to get better at tournaments. This is another hand I maybe should have took a stab at. I ended up winning it, but I think because I hold a spade on a turn, I should go ahead and make a bet there. And now we get queen 9. When he checks to me, I'm definitely going to bet. I got a pair. I think you should be betting all your pairs heads up. I'm pretty sure that would be correct. And now I get pocket queens. He's going to go ahead this time instead of ripping it. Not sure what I'm thinking here, but I go ahead and make a raise. And there's the dreaded ace. Every time you have kings or queens, there's always an ace. So I go ahead and check the flop. And I bet half on there and take that down. And now we have them almost back to where we were. I get ace 6 suited here. I'm going to go ahead and rip it. I believe that's a correct play too. And now we're right back where we was before he got out from under us with the king 10 versus ace jack hand. Ace 9, I'm going to rip this. I'm pretty sure that would be the correct play. And really what I'm trying to do is just knock one little brick away, and keep it coming and coming and coming until I can just finally knock them out. I will say at this moment, I felt very, very confident, especially when he rips right here. I have ace queen. He turns over king 9. Great flop. 9 on a turn. We still got out, y'all. Oh, maybe I used up all my luck on that 3 from the heavens, y'all. Man. But we still got a nice little chip lead right here, and we're going to continue. As you can see in the chat, he's saying that he's sucking out on me, which is cool. And as you can see, I'm not in there talking negative or anything. It was fun going back and forth. Like, Like I said, I'm not really a big tournament person, but maybe I got a little bit of the tournament bug after this run right here that, it's hard to make final tables. I'm pretty sure here in the end, I'll show you how many were in the tournament, but it's hard to make final tables. I'm telling people all the time, if you just cash a tournament, you're doing something. So sometimes I feel like people think they're supposed to win every tournament they play, or most of them. It just doesn't work that way, I don't believe. That's probably why I don't play a lot of tournaments. There's a lot of pain before you get a little bit of satisfaction. So as you can see, he's going to go ahead and rip there. 4-9 offsuit's an easy fold. We get 9-10 here. I go ahead and limp in. I think some of these limps I'm doing should probably be raises, though. Really interested. I need to go back and study this. So now we're starting to get back to where we almost got them back under 100K in chips. And like I said, I'm just trying to get them down and find that one perfect hand. Like right at this time, I'm still feeling very confident that I got them where I think I want them in a way. I feel like I'm being just enough aggressive that he ain't really stealing many pots from me. I got him on his heels a little bit, but who knows? He wins a hand there. Maybe that's another one I should be taking a stab at because I have the bigger stack and I should be leaning on him more. So he takes a couple pots here from me. And this is kind of a tight spot, but I go ahead and call with king, queen. He has ace 5. And unfortunately, he binks us straight. And now he has us dominated, y'all. So what was a great run is looking pretty, pretty bad right now. But not too long ago, he had the same stack as me. I think this 10-9 right here, that might have been a little bit of frustration. But it is what it is. Ace jack, I can't get it in there. But at this point, I know I just got to keep on pushing through, and one double up, and I got the chip lead back. And as you can see, I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive here on some of these hands. And like I said, this was a battle. I felt so confident there for a while, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt so confident like I had this in the bag. And just one hand goes your own way. You can't knock them out a couple of times, and it all kind of, next thing you know, you're the one that's way behind the 8 ball. But as you can see, I'm giving my best effort to try to battle back right here. Definitely looking for a good hand. Here we got ace jack of hearts. When he shoves, I gladly call off here. And we have them pretty much dominated. We hit the jack. Now we got the backdoor hearts, and we have this hand locked up. The 8 is no help. And now we are about even again. So what looked like doom and gloom has turned around a little bit. King jack, I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there again. He folds, and now we have the chip lead. So he goes ahead and rip it in. Ace 5 suited. I'm pretty sure it's a call. It's against 8s. We flop trips. We turn quads, y'all. We are winning this tournament with quads. That's right. The header with quads has won the tournament. 6 bounties. That's right, y'all. What a great tournament. What a great night. What a great moment for me. Yes, you'll look at it and you'll say, Hatter, you didn't really win that much. But it's about winning a tournament, and it means the world to me. And I can't wait to post this video and some of my people see it because they know I ain't a tournament guy. I'll catch y'all next time.